In this presentation, I have decided to highlight a coastal Maine business that has been a huge part of my life. When I was a little girl, my parents started a cement statue and lawn ornament business. One of our first and major wholesalers is a coastal Maine business called North of the Border. They have been a pivotal part in the success of my family's business from the start of it almost 23 years ago. North of the Border is a family-owned seasonal business that relies primarily on the summer tourism season for its income for the whole year. Tourism has been a major theme in our course so far, and I would like to present the issue through the eyes of someone whose livelihood depends on the success of a summer season. Tourism is a major source of revenue in the state of Maine. Total expenditures for tourism in 2014 equaled over $5.4 billion, which equates to nearly $15 million per day, $624,504 per hour, $10,408 per minute, and $117 per second. 94,118. That's the number of jobs in Maine that are tied to tourism. That is greater than the populations of Portland and Augusta combined. Tourism accounts for 14% of overall Maine employment. Many of these jobs are located along the coast of Maine and mid-coast Maine. Now I would like to introduce you to a family whose livelihood depends on just that. North of the Border is a family-owned business that started in 1975. Family members that work at the North of the Border is grandfather George Green, father Bob Green, grandson Kevin Green, and granddaughter Jennifer Green. North of the Border is located on busy Route 1, 605 Bath Road, Wiscasset, Maine. History and development of the business. George Green bought a gas station in the early 70s on busy Route 1. He ran the gas station for a period of time and then started what else but a lobster restaurant on the property. He spent some time marketing Maine lobster, primarily to his connections in Arizona. So at this time he's running a combination gas station restaurant. While he was running the gas station, he decided to get some pottery seagulls from Mexico, and he would sell one at a time on top of his gas pump. Eventually, he slowly adopted and opened a gift shop in place of the gas station. In the 90s, he expanded his business to include cement statues and lawn ornaments from local producers. He then became more diversified until he got to where he is today, becoming a garden center and gift shop. North of the Border offers a variety of local seasonal produce, wood carvings, locally made cement statues and lawn ornaments, as well as a variety of antiques and pottery, and during the winter season they offer wreaths and Christmas trees. In this picture you see the main gift shop building of North of the Border. North of the Border has been visited by numerous tourists throughout the years. Here we have Mid-Coast Maine's Adventures Review of North of the Border. They say it is a wonderful combination garden center and gift shop in Wiscasset. Their large assortment of statuary and other garden ornaments and a huge mound of lobster traps kept us browsing there for quite a while. While the tourists flock to North of the Border in the summer season, the winter season it's much more bleak. When asked about the reality of winter in Maine, Bob remarks, "When the tourists go home and the business is closed and you have to find an odd job, you find out what your talents are truly worth. Not much." When you're in the wintertime, there's not much money to go around and no high-paying jobs left. So you find what you can do and you do whatever is available. You do whatever you can in the wintertime to survive. In the winter, Bob and his family have taken many different odd jobs. They have worked on local fishing boats in the wintertime, and due to changes in shellfish and shrimp regulations, Bob recently switched his winter vocation to making Maine wood crafts. The challenges of owning a coastal Maine business is like being on a roller coaster. Tourists flock to the coast for a short period of time, and before you know it, the ride is all over. This leaves the resourceful Maine workers to either live off from what they have gathered like a squirrel, or to pull themselves up by their bootstraps and find another source of income. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope you all enjoyed it. Here are the sources that I took some of the information from, and have a wonderful holiday season.